lesson is lesson 15-2 in math on polygons and angles, and it starts on page 865. If we look on the back, we can see the definition of polygons. A polygon is a closed planed shape with 3 or more sides. So what does closed planed mean? Closed planed means that all of the sides connect to one another. It is not an open plane shape. So here's an example of an open plane shape where the sides do not connect. Also, in Polygon, there's no curved sides. So here we have polygons and not polygons. And we're going to take a look here and do a quick little sort with some polygons or not polygons. So the first shape that we have is an octagon. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. And because it has 3 or more sides and it is a closed plane shape, it does count as a polygon. Next, we have a triangle. Triangles have 3 sides, 3 angles, 3 vertices, and it is also a polygon because it is a closed planed shape. Next, we have a circle. A circle is just really one continuous line. It doesn't really have any sides. And because it is curved, it does count as a polygon, although a circle is a closed plane shape. So next I have, let's see how many sides this has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you remember what a shape with 6 sides is called? It is a hexagon. So hexagons have 6 sides, 6 angles, and 6 vertices. It is closed and it has more than 3 sides, so we can count it as a polygon. Here is a shape. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, but this is an open plane shape. It does not have all the sides that connect. So this is definitely not a polygon. So hopefully you have the idea of what a polygon is, at least 3 sides, and all the sides connect to one another. It is a closed plane shape or not a polygon. Either it has some curvy sides or it is an open plane shape, or maybe both. So if we look here, the other part of this lesson is angles. And angles are basically the opposite of the vertices. They're the insides of the vertices. Polygons have angles, and just like the sides and just like the vertices, there's the same number. So triangles have 3 sides, 3 vertices, and 3 angles. And notice how they made the little curvy parts of the angles. That's a great way to count your angles. One of the special types of angles we're going to learn about today is a right angle. A right angle forms a square in the corner. That's because the sides go straight up and down and straight sideways. So sometimes your shapes are going to have 4 of these, like the 4 corners of a square. We know they're right angles because it's straight up and down and straight across. And sometimes, like this pentagon over here, you will have some angles that are right angles and some angles that are not. So these 2 lines go straight up and down and straight sideways, and we see 2 right angles in the corner, but there's actually, because it's 5 sides and 5 vertices, there's actually 5 angles here. So 3 of these angles are not right angles because they don't go straight up and down and straight sideways. So as you're doing this lesson, you're going to start here and you're going to look at these 2 shapes, and you're going to write at least one way that they're alike and at least one way they are different. Bonus points for whole sentences. They are alike because, they are different because, and then you want the name of both shapes. I'll give you a hint. Well, both shapes are not a square. I don't even really want you calling this one a square. I want to know, what are both shapes called? What can you call both shapes that works for both? I'll give you a hint. If you're having trouble with that, you can look on page 860. That was from our lesson Friday, and there's a great cheat sheet up here. It says how many sides, how many vertices, and now we know also how many angles each of these shapes have. We've got triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, and hexagons. I love the bottom because on the bottom, some of these on the bottom are polygons, but some of them are not. So there's some great examples of polygons here on the bottom as well. So check that out. So on most of this lesson, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be counting the angles, and then you're going to be writing the name of the shape. Again, page 860 is a great way to do that. So you can see here I've marked the angles with some curvy lines. Another way is I can count the sides because I know that each shape has the same number of sides and angles and vertices. So if I count the sides, I'm also going to get the number of angles. We can see here that this pentagon, it has no right angles. Another pentagon, I know it's in a different position, no right angles. But this triangle down here, it does have a right angle. It has a right angle right in that corner. Some of these lessons coming up this week, you are going to have to draw shapes. And page 860 can really help you with drawing the shapes as well. If you have to draw a pentagon, you can do something like this W and then connect the line on the top. Hexagons are great for like an hourglass type shape. I like to start with 2 parallel lines for a hexagon and then either go out in a little arrow shape or go in a little arrow shape. So I think that you are all set and you're going to do a great job on 15-12. Have a great day.